So I promised you guys that I would show you how to filter a dropdown based on another field. I do my best to keep my promises, so that's this video. Anybody can do this. We're going to do it step by step in Studio. I'm going to walk you through it all the way. For our example, we're going to limit our invoice address on a sales order so it can only be the customer or contacts under the customer. So we're back here in our ODOO demo. Let's make sure we're in developer mode because that's always helpful. And once we're in developer mode, we're going to come in and we're going to go and duplicate this tab. So we have a reference tab and we have an active tab that we're working in for Studio. Let's go into Studio here. And what we want to do is come to invoice address and we're going to create our domain here. Now, hopefully you've watched my other videos on filtering. You don't need to watch those for this to make sense, but they're a good watch to understand what's going on here. So we really want two rules here. We want to say that it can either be that the ID, meaning our unique identifier inside of ODOO, is equal to the customer, meaning that we can either select the customer or, and we're going to make sure this is any so it works properly, we're going to say that the related company or the parent contact is equal to our customer. So you can see that right now we can't actually select this. We're going to have to go into the code to mess with this a little bit. But again, you can do this. Nothing too scary. I'm going to walk you through it all the way. So let's go ahead and confirm this and let it run for a second. Then we're going to go to View and we're going to go to XML. And we're going to go down here till we find our customization. So our Studio customization is what we're looking for right here. Click into this, expand this a little bit so we can see it. And we're going to say, okay, our ID equals 1 or our parent ID equals 45. So we found the code, but how do we make this dynamic? Well, it's actually pretty simple and I'll show you how. So we're going to come over to our second tab here and we're going to hover over customer to see what the field is. So we see it's partner ID. All we have to do now is come in, replace this one and say, instead of that, we're going to take the partner ID and we're going to say the same for our parent ID. So we're saying that this can be equal to our customer field right here, invoice address can be, or we could say that it's actually a subcontact for our customer. So let's just see if this worked. We're going to go over, we're going to refresh and reload this real quick. And we're going to see, okay, for Deco Addict, which invoice addresses can I select? Well, you see we have Deco Addict, Addison Olsen, and so on and so forth. So really, that wasn't too difficult, but it's going to make the lives of our salespeople and our accounting people, and maybe even our lives, easier. If you're liking the idea of filtering things to make your team more efficient, check out some of my other videos, but thanks for your time.